Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 8 of the When in Doubt podcast. Today we got Hayden.
Matthew.
And then Noah.
And yes, we only got 3 of us once again. And it's a different 3 of us this time. It's going to be a hype pod. Hopefully we'll get next week. Actually, we're planning on getting all 5 of us. So it's going to be even more exciting. But
That's
today,
what we've said every podcast.
Yeah, we've said that quite literally every
Next
podcast.
week we promise everyone will be on, and then 3 of us show up.
Yeah, 3 of us show up. We'll see. We're going to try to get as many people as we can. But today, we got some exciting stuff lined up. We're going to quickly get Matthew's opinion on the college football playoffs, the championship, which is a little late now, but then again, Matthew needs to get excited about it, so we'll give him a little bit of joy. And then me and Noah get to cry. Well, so does Matthew, I guess, but especially me and Noah about the Packers' loss. And then we're going to talk about fast food. So it's a good day, and let's enjoy the pod, baby. Welcome back to the pod. We are very excited to have Matthew on today. Reason being, he gets to talk about the college football playoffs and how exciting. How do you feel, Matthew? Michigan won the national championship. Let's just give him a round of applause quickly. Congratulations. How excited were you? Did you like?
I've been there with Michigan since day one, through the ups and downs. Been a diehard Michigan fan, and
Speaking of Die Hard, I watched Die Hard.
Oh, really?
And it's not a Christmas movie. Continue.
Right.
Okay, continue on.
that's the video. Anyways, I'm extremely happy, super proud of JJ. JJ McCarthy.
Didn't he declare for the NFL?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
And he got engaged.
That's
so congratulations
crazy.
to him.
Dude's winning in life right now. This is
Yeah, it's been probably a pretty busy
Is his
past
bride
month
hot?
for him.
All right, continue.
I don't. Yeah.
So I'm very happy with Michigan. I think the harder part was getting past Alabama. But,
Yeah.
when we got to Washington, I was like, I didn't think, Penix hadn't faced a defense like Michigan's before, and it clearly showed that, he is an amazing, a high caliber quarterback, and he's a pocket quarterback, and he's very good in the pocket, but he missed a lot of throws. You can see it in the game. He missed a lot of throws. You could tell he was, at times confused by Michigan's, disguising coverages and stuff. So, I knew that, Michigan's offense for the most part was going to be able to get whatever they wanted, especially in the run game. And I think they did. I don't think Washington, and props to Washington's defense.
Yeah, I was
Michigan
going to say.
is a pretty good offense, and right away, Michigan scored on them twice.
Yeah.
And then they kind of made some adjustments, and they held their ground.
It was kind of funny because at the start, I was like, I watched the game, and at the start, I was like, oh, Michigan's just going to run through this team. After the start, and then Washington, it really looks like they actually, effectively, was like, okay, we need to make changes, and they actually were effectively able to do that. Obviously, in the end, it didn't turn out, which I'm happy for. I'm glad Michigan won. But I will admit, I was rather impressed by Washington being like, wow, they're actually making, in the game, they were making changes. Not oh, we lost, now we'll go back to do it next year. No, it was they were game time, we need to win this game, let's make changes.
It's a game of adjustments,
Yeah.
and Washington did well.
Yeah, they did.
I feel bad for Penix. He's had a heck of a career, but
And didn't the coach from Washington, isn't he now, where did he
Alabama.
Alabama, right? He took he didn't take Nick Saban's job. Nick Saban retired.
yes,
And now, which also, that's another thing that's crazy. How many coaches, Nick Saban, Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick, all 3 of those guys retired within 1 week. Just 1 week. All 3 of those coaches, all top coaches.
They're going to the Cancunian ship down for all the losing teams.
I saw an Instagram post that's wow, within 1 week it feels like we're in a whole new era of coaching because there's so many great coaches that are just leaving the sport, which is kind of ridiculous. And I also saw a post that was dude, how sick would it be if Bill Belichick and Nick Saban started a podcast and
saw that.
Yeah, think about how sick
every
that'd be.
week they
Once
just
a week
break
they
down the
sat down
games.
and break down college football games, NFL games. That
That'd
would
be
be.
crazy.
I would watch that every week. That would go crazy.
yeah.
And plus, people actually care what they're saying about it, unlike us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
True.
saying?
Yeah.
So that also makes that
True.
exciting.
Very true.
So yeah, congrats to Michigan. If you're watching,
Shout
the pod,
out Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah.
if you're watching JJ McCarthy, congrats, man.
Yeah.
Congrats to the whole team. So that's awesome. Now,
JJ, Roman Wilson,
Yeah.
Donovan Edwards, Blake Corum, Sammer Still, Barrett, Graham on the
Matthew's just gonna
D-line.
name the whole
I,
team.
yeah, you just know the roster.
I feel terrible for Zinter. He's one of our linemen. He got hurt in the Ohio State game, but
Okay.
I don't know.
I couldn't believe he got hurt.
He was the heart and soul of our O line, but
Keep going.
no, but you know,
Yeah.
congratulations to them all. Very proud of them, and then
Matthew's like a
And-
proud father right now.
I you know,
Congrats to Michigan and the entire science team.
Congrats to Matthew. He's more excited about it than the actual team.
we didn't.
They cheated their way to the championship.
No, they didn't.
Stole signs.
That's a bunch of.
No, I'm gonna have to agree with. That's BS.
Yeah.
That's BS. I don't.
None
think,
of that happened. You know, I think Jim Harbaugh is a great guy and a great coach. I actually hope his brother. I hope the Ravens take home the
Yeah,
Super Bowl
same.
this year.
That would be
Because
sick.
it'd be cool to see both the Harbaugh brothers. You know,
And it wouldn't be a Taylor Swift Super Bowl.
True.
I'm getting sick of the Chiefs, to be
Yeah.
honest. But yeah.
Well, we can transition right into that. Obviously, we do plan on doing like a full episode later on after the Super Bowl's done, and we're just going to kind of recap the entire NFL playoffs and kind of our thoughts on all of it. But obviously, as Packer fans, as you can tell with the fact that we've all been wearing Packers gear and Noah, this episode, I'm going to be honest, that was quite possibly the most depressed I've been after a football game in my entire life. We had so many chances to win that game and so many opportunities that we could have taken and just none of them.
Those are the toughest ones when it's like, maybe you play a better team and you guys both just played your best games and they came out on top. But, like, the Packers just had so much,
I know. What
it
happened
was so winnable for the Packers.
I know. The 49ers were playing horrible. Brock Purdy was playing so bad. The Packers were playing pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't say it was their best football I'd seen all year, but they were playing good overall.
Yeah.
And we had the fact that we had that team on the ropes so to the point
The
where I
entire
thought we were
game
going to win.
almost.
Yeah, to the point where I literally was like, wow, we're going to win this game. And then to lose it like that.
We got the ball with like 5 minutes
I know.
left, and then Aaron Jones ran for like 60
Except
yards.
after that run, I was like, wow, the Packers are going to win this game. And then
and then they completely
Andrews Carlson,
choked.
I want to try to love the kid. Like, I feel bad. Like, it's his rookie year, and I know. I was actually looking back after the game. Me and my brother went and looked at some of his some of his college stuff, and dude was a dot kicker in college. Like, he would not miss. I mean, he was so good. And then he gets to the NFL, and I saw on Instagram, of course. I feel bad for the dude because this dude can't go on Instagram for sure for months. But literally every other post was like, Anders Carlson missed more field goals than these three teams combined field goal, and all these stats about how he was quite literally the worst kicker in the past decade that the NFL has ever seen.
He kind of,
It was-
your job is to make
I
field
know,
goals for
and
a
that's
living,
and that's
it's
how I feel about it.
sad.
It's so sad because it's like, man, that guy's worked so hard probably to be there, and he just kind of has the yips because he has a leg and he's been able to do it priorly. Which I just used a word I made up again.
priorly.
Yeah, I made it up last episode. Now I'm gonna just keep
Should
using
we
it.
do a word of the week?
Priorly's the word of the week. It's,
No, it actually
it
has
is
to be
past
in the
word.
English
It is past.
dictionary.
No, but I feel bad for the kid because he probably worked so hard, and now it's just like he's here. He's got the yips, and honestly, I think he should be gone, which I feel really bad saying.
Yeah,
But.
take his paycheck, go home, and pursue another career.
It's crazy.
Who knows?
So yeah, that was a really unfortunate game to watch, and I feel really bad for all the Packers fans, including me. That it was just and also the two interceptions we could have. Literally, one was in his chest, and one was right
And
here.
everybody's talking about
sad.
Love's interceptions. It's like
I know.
Purdy threw the same kind of balls.
Purdy threw more of the same
Yeah.
kind of balls, and we
Yeah.
just couldn't
Yep.
intercept the ball. It was just really unfortunate. It kind of for
The
me,
only interception Jordan Love had was at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Technically, he had another one that went through the 49ers' arms, but his other interception was off of his tight end's hand right into the air.
Yeah, and nobody talks about the fact that Purdy,
Threw 2 interceptions, basically.
Yeah. Well, he
if
should have
they
thrown
were
two
caught
interceptions.
by
Yeah.
the defense.
It is unreal how bad cornerbacks and linebackers are at catching interceptions. Like, every single game, I feel like every single game, at least once, maybe more, right into the chest, right to the hands, and they drop it.
Yeah,
Every single game.
The thing is, it's at that level, probably everything's so fast. I mean, at the NFL level, it's the decision, the split decision. Even when it's in your chest, it's you didn't expect it to be there. You're on defense. You don't expect the ball to be in your chest. So it's especially at that level with how fast everything's moving. I mean, at the same, there's part of me that's dude, you're a professional. You should catch that ball. But then there's also part of me that's that ball is probably so hard to catch, even if it's right in your chest, because it's Okay. so that's kind of how I feel about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's tough on the defensive side because you try to position yourself around the wide receiver. You're trying to guard the wide receiver, stay in your zone, do your footwork, and you're not always watching the quarterback.
Yeah.
Maybe you're playing the receiver's eyes, and then his eyes get bigger, so you turn to look for the ball, or
and then the ball's right there, and you get it in your chest with both hands on it, and then you still drop it. I don't know. I don't see the argument of you don't expect it to be there. You're on defense. You should be expecting anything, like any sport professionally.
It's just
I would disagree because it's just so different.
I just don't
receivers.
see a point. Like if you should expect to try to get an interception.
I mean, the truth is you have to expect the unexpected on defense, especially in football. But at the same time, there's some situations where it's just so hard to be like, oh, crap, what just happened?
If you're always playing the quarterback and the ball and you're looking for the ball always, you're going to blow coverage
Yeah.
sometimes and you're going to give up your man. So that's why there's a balance between that. And so sometimes
It's tough.
that's part of the reason why
we're
people
basically
drop
just
the
saying
ball.
football's a tough sport, which is true. It's a ridiculous
All sports are
sport.
pretty much
Yeah.
tough. It's just what defines what is and what
is
isn't
tough.
a sport.
If it's more physically, or if it's more mentally, or for whatever it is.
Or if it
cheerleading.
even is a sport.
Is cheerleading a sport?
or
Let us know.
It's a hobby.
cheerleading-
It's a hobby. All right. Well, before we get into more controversy on that side of things, let's head over and we're gonna do a little fast food rankings today because Matthew's got to head to basketball practice. Dude's a stud.
Yeah.
But we're gonna whip out some quick fast food rankings. Let's start from the top now. What are we starting with
Well,
here?
we're starting with A&W, which I would put it a B. Personally.
Yeah, A&W.
I don't love their food, but their root beer floats are.
Yeah,
B's solid.
Yeah,
for me,
B's
'cause
solid.
There's definitely some better A contenders.
yeah, because their food is mid, but the root beer floats are top tier. So I agree with that. Next.
By the way, we're going to be doing the same idea as last time that we did with the Marvel movies, except this time we're going to have a separate row for, like, we haven't seen the movie. Like, last time, we didn't have that, but at least one of us had seen every movie, so this time we might not have eaten there. So
that's a good idea.
Let's go to a separate category.
Okay, next.
Next is Arby's. I would put this in A tier. I love Arby's.
Arby's is C tier for me.
C tier.
I'm
Their
gonna,
meat is terrible.
I'm gonna have to agree with Matthew.
C
Okay,
tier.
I've only eaten ever there once, and I didn't like it that much. I'll put it in B because let's put it in between you two because I haven't really eaten it. So if you're saying C, you're saying A. Put it in
God.
The
B.
sandwich's bread is just.
It depends what bread you get, but it's so good.
All of their bread is
What
horrible.
I'm on Matthew's
Baja
side.
Fresh Mexican Grill. Has anybody ever eaten there?
Nope.
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 All right.
Put that in a no. All right, next.
All right, we got Blimpie.
What?
I've not
Where are
eaten-
they getting these fast food
I've
restaurants
not
from?
eaten at
Never
Blimpie.
eaten at Blimpie, dog. What? All right,
That's
next.
crazy. All right, I can't see nothing. All right.
Technical issues.
Yeah. Next is Bojangles.
What? Are we on a fast
Yeah,
food
I
list?
think there's
What-
going to be a lot of them on here that we haven't eaten.
Okay,
at.
if you see it and it's like a name you've never heard of, we probably never heard of it either. So just put it in, haven't eaten, and keep
Wait,
going.
you've never heard of Bojangles?
Okay, comment below, like, Doug, what are half these? Have you guys eaten at these places? Maybe they're just not in the Midwest.
All right.
Boston Market.
Yeah, Boston Market.
Okay,
There's a
yes.
store near us.
No,
I've never had it.
No, so Boston Market it's not around here though. It's
Okay.
it's I've
There's
Arizona?
one.
yes, it's in Arizona.
Yeah.
I've never eaten there, but I've seen them. But so put in not eaten, but I have seen.
Burger King D tier.
Uh,
Their food is so bad.
do you want to know something crazy?
My
I'm gonna say
grandpa
something
loved
crazy.
Burger King, but I never really had it much, so I can't
Yeah.
say much about Burger
Do you want me to say something crazy? I don't know if it's crazy. I've never eaten at Burger King once in my entire
Well,
life.
I get to put it in D tier.
Okay, D tier it is. All right, D tier it is.
Next up is Cane's.
A tier.
A tier,
A tier?
maybe S. Oh my
I
gosh,
have never eaten at Cane's before. Where
Cane's
even
is
good.
so good, bro.
But you
is it?
cannot have too much of it.
No, oh, that is true.
You know,
Is it
if
like
you
Taco
have it
Bell?
every day, you're,
Yeah.
you're just like,
Yeah.
But like, if you, cause like, what's nice with us is where
It's-
we're located. We only, the closest ones are like
Madison right now.
Yeah,
they're
Ma-
good. They're putting a few in Milwaukee, but the closest ones for us right now are in Madison. so
Madison and
it's like,
Chicago. So it's
yeah.
like,
It's like a once. It's like kind of like a treat sort of thing, and when you get to have it, it hits the
yeah.
spot
So
every time.
definitely don't have it every day, but Cane's is good. When you're
All right, continuing on.
Next is Carl's Jr. I've also never had this.
I've also seen this in Arizona. I don't think we have that many around here, but I've never had it. So,
Never had.
all right,
There
continue.
we go. Never had.
Okay. Keep going.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is A tier as well.
100%.
I don't. see, this is one of the tough situations where it's like I eat it so much more than Raising Cane's, so I'm not sure which one I actually really like more. Like I've never really had them like been able to compare. But off the top of my head, I feel like I like Cane's more just because I eat it less. But at the same time, Chick-fil-A is so good too.
Cane's isn't a wide variety of food.
True.
They have their staple.
Yeah, you're right.
It's good.
What is Cane's?
Cane's is kind of like Chick-fil-A if it was literally just chicken tenders, basically.
It's fried chicken,
It's
and
fried
they have
chicken.
their cane sauce.
Yeah, cane sauce.
Oh, okay.
It's good though.
So it's like Thousand Island.
Kind of, yes. Yeah.
All right. Chipotle, I would put this in B. It's not quite good enough for A, but it's still really, really good.
I know that's a hot take because a lot of people will be like, no, that's so S tier. Honestly, I like Qdoba more than Chipotle, so I'm fine with putting it in B.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, which is going to be a hot take.
I put Doba over Chipotle.
Yeah,
and I don't know
same.
if it's just because I go there more often, but
I go to Qdoba more too. I don't know if I was just because I was raised that way. Like me and our family has always just gone to Qdoba instead of Chipotle. Maybe it's just because of our location as well, because there's more Qdobas around here. But I just like it more. I've had Chipotle probably not as much as Qdoba, but about the same amount. But if I was ever given the choice, I'd probably take Qdoba for me personally.
Next up,
Culver's.
That is A tier, easy.
100%.
Culver's, the Midwest classic, the Wisconsin classic. I'm sorry if you don't have Culver's near you because it is amazing. You got
It is very, very delicious.
and also their service as like a restaurant is
it's
really
almost
good.
like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, there's not a single thing about Culver's I can say bad. Like literally, their fries are good. Literally anything you get on the menu is good. Their shake, their custard's great. Cannot complain. Let's continue on.
Okay, next up is Denny's.
I
don't think I've ever had Denny's.
I don't think I've ever had Denny's either.
Nobody?
No, that's it.
All right, Domino's.
If you can tell, we don't eat a lot of fast food, so I don't know why we're doing this. But Domino's is
I would A or B.
B, I think.
I can't say much about.
I don't think it's as good as Pop.
I can put it in B.
I'll put it in B.
It's good. It's good.
Domino's is good. I'll put it in B.
Dairy
pizza.
Queen. I would say
Okay,
C.
the food is absolutely garbage, personally, but I love their
I'm only
blizzards.
saying C because of the ice cream.
I agree. C. C's could be. I don't think it's D because the ice cream is very good, but the ice cream's good, so it keeps it in C, but the food's awful. So.
Pollo Loco.
What?
Local chicken. Or crazy chicken, right?
Crazy chicken.
Yeah, not
Okay.
local.
Never heard of that. Never local chicken. Never heard of it. Never heard of that.
Firehouse Subs.
Firehouse
I
Subs.
actually just went here the other day. I went with my friend. We got 2 subs. We were the only people in there, and it took them like 20 minutes to make our sandwiches.
You're just a hater because you work at Cousin Subs.
That is not true.
And I'm gonna be honest. I went to Jersey Mike's this weekend. I'm a Jimmy John's guy, and here's why. Firehouse Subs is good. Jersey Mike's is good. Cousin Subs is good. Jimmy John's is good. So what differentiates them? The service. Jimmy John's is freaky fast, so Jimmy John's to me is the best sub
Okay,
place.
well, here's my opinion about Firehouse. My parents love Firehouse Subs. I'm not quite sure, like, the whole, like, don't they, like, steam their sandwich? Like, what do they do to their sandwiches?
I don't
They're
know
all
what they
hot
do to the
sandwiches.
sandwich, but I'm putting it in C tier.
No, it's not C tier. It's B tier. Come
B
on.
tier.
B
I'd
tier.
say B
Come
tier.
on.
It's a sandwich. It's a good sandwich.
All right.
It's just not. I think it's a little overrated, but I think it's B tier for sure.
Okay. Next up is Five Guys.
Five Guys is A tier, easy, not a question.
It's
One of the
A tier,
best, one
but
of the
it's
best
expensive.
burgers. Yeah, it's crazy expensive, but one of the best burgers in the game, and the fries are so good.
Fries are really
All right. Next up, we got IHOP. I would put this at
IHOP,
B
I wouldn't even
tier.
consider this fast food at all because I think it's easy A tier, but I wouldn't even compare
Yeah,
it.
IHOP is like a sit down.
Yeah, IHOP is literally
Yeah.
sit down, so I don't know how that's fast food.
But
I guess we'll put it in A tier. But that
Yeah.
one's not in contention for the top S tier because
All right,
that's not even fast food.
we'll put it in A tier, but we can't give it the God tier at the end.
Yeah, that's
In-N-Out, I'm not even talking to you. That is another A tier.
In-N-Out is
is
A tier. Have you ever had
spectacular.
In-N-Out? I actually had it when I was in Arizona, and it was top notch. Top notch.
I've had it in Colorado. Shout
It's
out to Rylan Varsy. Bro introduced me to In-N-Out, and
Okay.
I've had it like
It's A
3
tier.
times
Yeah,
now.
I've had
and
it
it's
twice, I
So,
think.
so good.
It is very
every
good.
single time. Jack in the Box.
I've also seen
Jack.
All right, Jack from.
Yeah, that is. I've never had that. Never had that.
Never had it.
No,
Nope.
I've never had
Never
that. I've
had
seen
it
it. Never
Have you
had
seen
it.
the
Yeah.
memes where like the sign is broken and they're like Jack got out of the box?
No, I've not seen that. No. What type of
That
Instagram
sounds
are you
like
on?
a dad made that meme or
Yeah.
something.
All right, Jersey Mike's. There you go. Jersey Mike's and Jimmy John's. back
Jersey
to
Mike's
back.
A tier.
Jersey Mike's A tier. Jimmy John's
A
C
tier.
tier.
No.
A tier Jimmy John's, bro.
Jimmy John's is
Jimmy John's lettuce is so disgusting. It's not even funny.
There is like no difference between any of these sub
That's
places.
okay. That is not true
That is
because
not true at all.
Potbelly is the greatest sub place ever, and you cannot.
This
convince me
guy in
otherwise.
business class He just invests in Potbelly like stock.
Yeah, I'm still investing. They went up like $2, and I had like
Whoa,
dude. Dude, I'm telling you, Potbelly stocks and Potbelly is the greatest. Oh my gosh, it's
Dude,
so
you can't be giving out insider
Bro.
trading information.
So, yeah, true. Definitely don't invest in Potbelly. Wink, wink. Okay.
That's crazy. All right, KFC.
Wait, where do we put those two? Do we put them both in A tier?
Yeah, we put them both in A.
Okay, KFC.
I personally think we have to pick between one or the other. I think Jersey Mike's should be A.
I personally think Jersey Mike's better too, but Matthew likes.
I went there. Took like 20 minutes to get a sandwich. I'm telling you, there's like the
Jersey
difference
Mike's-
between
Jersey
the
Mike's-
subs is so minimal
That's not-
that
I
it has to
disagree.
come
I
down to the
disagree.
same.
There's
You
a
don't eat
bigger
enough
difference
subs.
than just service.
You don't eat enough.
And
subs.
all these other places,
If
guess
you-
what? They use third-party chips. Jimmy John's has their own line of chips.
So
and
does
they're
Cousin
phenomenal.
Subs.
So does Cousin Subs.
All right, maybe not Cousin Subs,
And
but
they're
Jersey
good-
Mike's has like Miss Vicky's chips and stuff.
And
which
those
are
are
good.
so
They're
good.
good, but they gotta go somewhere else. Right?
They're
So how can you call it Jersey Mike's?
They're so good though.
It's
bro.
like having a vending machine. No.
What? What?
Jimmy John's has their own chips as well as five.
So
or,
we're gonna put them both in A tier.
Fine, we'll put them both in A tier, even though
Wow.
I don't. Okay, whatever.
That's
it's fine.
crazy. Okay, KFC.
That's
I
also
do not like even eat here all that. I maybe have had it one time.
I
don't
used to eat
remember.
there.
looking good.
I used to.
Yeah.
I used to eat here a lot more. Actually, with my great grandparents, but now I don't as much. But I did think it was A tier when I had it, so I would go for A tier. But if you guys haven't had it that much, we can put it in B. think
I would
it's A.
say, yeah. I feel like it wasn't all that great.
The chicken's good. I mean, it's
I
actually
don't-
no.
I don't
put
remember
it,
it
put
all
it in
that
B
great.
because it's not as good as
Chick-fil-A,
Chick-fil-A or
Cane's.
Raising Cane's. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Little Caesars, I would say B.
Little Caesars
Good pizza,
is.
just not quite as good.
I agree. No, I actually think C. Hot take. I think
C?
it's actually no. The cheesy bread's really good. Put it in D.
Nothing.
Nothing, man.
Yeah. You never had that?
Oh,
Well, I mean, like I have the pizza places, but all the pizza's the same to me, you know.
What are you on? Have you never had pizza and subs that are like, oh, this pizza place is better than this pizza place, or this sub place is better than this sub place, or you just not eat enough fast food? Because there is, if you give me a lineup of all these different types of pizzas and all these different types of subs, I could tell you which one was from each place easily.
No,
You're telling me you couldn't?
I seen who's
Dude Perfect.
Yeah, Dude
yeah,
Perfect.
when they did the fries.
And
yeah,
You
every
got
single
all
one
of
right.
them right.
he got all of them
Everyone-
right. The tall
I
guy.
could do that with subs, especially subs. Not as much pizza.
With subs and subs,
Sub-
especially subs.
No, if you
Make
gave
that a background.
if you
With
gave,
subs and subs, especially subs.
we can open a subs place that could be our catchphrase with subs and subs, especially
With
subs.
subs and spubs?
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
Like
but,
I said last episode, you still can't speak English.
yeah, true story. But I think I could tell them all apart, like with the fries.
I
think.
could not.
Yeah, that's insane
I
that you
couldn't.
couldn't.
I could tell Jimmy John's is Jimmy John's because I'm gonna be honest, I've probably
I don't think
gone
you
there
could.
100 times more than I have.
I don't think you could.
We
you
went-
think,
we
you
literally
think if
went-
I
Okay,
blindfolded
I
you-
get the same thing from Jimmy John's.
You
every
think
time.
if I blindfolded you and got you the exact same thing that you get from what do you get at Jimmy John's?
Number 9 Italian club.
So
no
you get an
onions,
Italian
no
club.
cheese.
Okay, let's just
No
say Italian-
cheese?
That's insane. But let's just say
Okay, no. Whoa, 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 whoa. You live in Wisconsin. Are you allergic to cheese?
Yes.
No,
I'm
are you
lactose intolerant.
Are you
Oh.
real?
Yeah, I like fart my pants out if I eat cheese. That's why I don't order
Alright,
it.
that's valid. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's say if I
Okay,
go
as
to
long as that-
all the most popular sub places and get you an Italian club without cheese, you you think you could tell Jimmy John's?
I think I could tell Jimmy John's. I could
And you
probably
think-
not tell what anything
I
else
could
is. But I could
probably-
tell
I
what Jimmy
I don't
John's
think you could. I don't
is.
think
You
you
really
could.
don't, you want to go buy me 10 subs?
You know what? On one
I've
of the
had
future
it.
on one of the future episodes, we'll do it. I will get us 5 different subs from the 5 most
Do
popular
I get to
sub
feel the
places.
rapping and everything?
No.
No.
You just get to eat the sub.
Yeah.
All right,
All
I'm
right.
gonna prove myself right. Let's
Next
do
up
it.
is Long John Silver's. I've seen this place. I've
Never seen his place. Put
Was
it
it
in
a
the brand.
donut place?
It's a fish place.
Well, it said Long John, so
Yeah, true, that's
just using context clues.
Yeah, true. That could,
Alright.
that's actually a good point. That's a good point.
Has anybody gone to Moe's? Southwest Grill. Nope. Okay.
Nope, never heard of it.
Southwest.
All right, Noodles and Company.
Noodles and Company
This is a
is-
solid B tier.
I would say
What are you
Michigan.
talking about? B2. This place is A2. This place is one of my favorites. It's so good.
Just because like I'm not a big noodle guy.
But they have so many. They have.
What?
They have. That just sounded weird the way you said. It. I don't know.
I'm not a big noodle guy,
noodle
so I'm putting
guy.
it at B tier. But like
I think for what it is.
for a noodle
it's
fanatic,
So,
you
I'm
could
not
probably
a
put it
noodle
at A tier.
fanatic. It's just the mac and cheese is so good. I get mac and cheese with grilled chicken. Oh,
Bro,
Dude,
mac
sick.
and cheese, bro. What are you, 3 years old?
Dude, I don't care if you call me 3 years old. It's so good.
Get over it, bro.
No,
It's just
and- okay,
noodles
please,
and
if
In case
slimy
you're wondering,
cheese.
I
it's
had
so
a
good.
Capri Sun on the way in too.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, buddy. We're all
Yeah.
kids.
Okay, Capri Suns are good, though.
What
Mac
Okay,
and cheese
please,
is good.
Yeah, please put that in
Yeah,
A tier
but-
for me. Please put that in A tier for me.
All right.
That's
Thank
like,
you.
Bro, on our road trip, we have to get like Fruit Loops and Twix and not Twix, Trix,
What?
like kitty cereals.
Yeah, and then make Matthew eat them all.
no,
Yeah,
I don't,
and then his poop will
cereal's
be,
not
like,
good for
green.
you, bro. It's just grainy, sugary.
Neither is. What did you? Neither is. What did you say?
Trix?
No. What did you say you were drinking as you came in?
Capri Sun?
Neither are Capri Suns.
Yeah, but you don't drink Capri Suns every day for breakfast in the morning. If you have cereal every day for breakfast,
I
in the
don't
morning-
drink cereal ever. I eat it.
Okay, if you eat cereal every day, I'm not eating cereal.
All right, continue.
I'm not even going to talk to you guys about this one. Panda Express is going in A tier.
I
I'm
agree.
good with that.
I agree with
the
that.
orange chicken.
It's
That
very
is so good. So good. Panera Bread. I do not go to Panera Bread.
A tier.
I've heard
A
it's good.
tier.
I just wish their service was a little bit
Me too.
faster,
Me
you
too.
know.
That's A tier.
But I guess I'm so used to
You
Jimmy
know what we'll
John's.
do when we're on our guys trip? On the way up, we'll have to like stop at some of these places and be like, man, maybe we should have changed our rating.
Yeah, come back and
There we go.
Come back, do it again. All right.
All right, next up we got Papa John's. I would say
Papa
C
John's
tier.
is.
C?
Did you say C?
I
That's
think
like my
so.
favorite pizza place. I think it's A tier.
I would say it's A tier too.
Papa
Okay,
John. Wait,
whoa,
Papa
wait.
John is a really
Papa John-
cool
wait,
We
dude.
gotta kind of limit our A tiers here. We have one C and one D. Everything else is in A and B. So we're putting Domino's, Little Caesars at B, and then Papa John's over both of those at A.
Correct.
Well, Arby's
Easily.
should not be in B tier.
Arby's should not be in B tier. Arby's should be in C or D. And
Arby's is terrible.
Arby's is not good, dog. I don't know what Arby's you had, but we
have-
have different Arby's.
We have expired meat. Like it
Yeah.
tastes terrible.
That's their catchphrase.
It doesn't
Yeah.
taste like natural at all.
It's fine. It doesn't matter how many we have in A and B tier. It really doesn't. We're making our own tier list. Put it in A tier right now.
Wow.
It's A tier. What are you on, dog?
That's
Papa John's is
crazy.
so good.
Papa John's is such a cool dude outside of his pizza place.
Outside of his pizza, he hits in the 3
He
spot
does
on the
have
team.
Shaquille O'Neal do the commercials.
Yeah, and he's a great player. I mean, he's great. His batting average was super good throughout the entire
Wait, it's a real person?
season. No, I'm joking. I'm messing with you.
What?
You haven't seen have you not seen that one podcast? I'll throw their name up on the screen right now. They do like those videos where they do like tier lists and stuff and they like rank stuff, but they talk about it like as if all the like characters like were like played like basketball or baseball. They're like, this guy's a great player on the field. I need to draft him in the 3 spot. Like, have you not seen those guys? Have you seen those guys? You know what
No,
I'm
that
talking
sounds
about?
funny though. Yeah.
They're hilarious. I'm gonna put it on the screen. If you guys want to come on the pod sometime, do a little podcast collaboration, that would be sick. So, okay, continue.
That
Sorry,
was really awesome, by the
Yeah.
way.
that was a nice little
Yeah,
combo.
next up.
All right, we got Pizza Hut.
That is.
Remember when you were like 5 and you went to their lunch buffets? Do they still do that?
I've never
Never done that
either.
I will say though, if we had like required reading and then like in like 2nd grade and or 3rd grade or whatever through 4th grade, I don't know. But you had to
Maybe
read.
5th grade or 6th
you like
grade
picked a
or
book
9th grade.
and you had to like log a certain amount of like hours of reading, and then you got like a free certificate from school to go get a free little dish pizza or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
And like I'd always like forge the signature
nice,
to get the hour logs, and then I'd go get a free pizza.
nice. I've quite literally had.
I don't know. I put it C.
I
It's
put
not
it
like
C as well.
disgusting, but it's not.
I've
Just
had.
because of the memories, it's God tier.
That is insane.
What?
It's C. Put it
Of
in
all
C.
these
I'm
restaurants'
kidding, I'm
memories, that's
Yeah, put
Wow.
it in C tier.
Popeyes. Never had it.
I've had Popeyes. It's I think it's probably B or C.
Yeah.
I think it's B, but if we have too many B, I guess we can put it in C.
We have 7 Bs.
Put in B. Put in B.
Portillo's.
Portillo's
Ooh.
is A tier, easily.
I was first introduced to it by my boss
Oh,
from
really?
my work, and I loved it. It was great. Great
Yeah.
sandwiches.
Portillo's
Yeah.
is really good. All right, continue.
It was great. My boss took me to Portillo's on my first day.
Was it like a little was it a dude?
Was it like a smoochy smooch?
Yeah, was it like a girl?
What is wrong with you guys, bro?
Well, was it a boy
Continue
or a
on.
girl?
My boss is a dude.
Continue on. Sorry.
Potbelly. A tier.
A tier, S tier, S tier, S
Never
tier.
had it.
You've never had. I'm taking you to
Yeah, I know
Potbelly,
you are. I
and we're
knew you
gonna
were
go.
gonna say that.
And we are gonna go on a really nice date. It's gonna be great, and
Just
you're
like you
gonna
did with
love
your boss.
it. That was funny. All right, continuing on. Sorry,
Qdoba
is the
Qdoba
best.
is B tier.
A tier.
What?
A tier.
Okay, wait.
Qdoba's
A tier.
Oh wait, Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle is B. Qdoba's A, in my opinion.
Doba.
But Chipotle never has freezers.
I really don't care. Qdoba's better. I really don't care if you don't have freezers, dude. Make my food taste good.
Have you guys ever had Quiznos?
Heard of it.
I've
No.
heard of it. Never
I've
had
had it before. It was pretty good. Have you had it?
it. No, never had it.
I'll put it in B tier.
Okay.
It was a good sub. It was a good sub.
Oh, it's subs?
Yeah, they
Oh, I
like
thought it was
toast all
pizza.
their bread.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought it was like.
I thought it was pizza.
I think. I
don't
think they
know.
toast all their bread.
I think they just.
It's
Somebody's
been a
gonna.
while.
The Quiznos lovers are gonna just tear
Yeah.
on you. Imagine.
How dare you?
All right,
all
continue
right.
on.
Sabaro.
Never had it.
Sounds like a Italian
place.
car brand. All right.
It does. Yep.
Shake Shack. This
Shake
is
Shack?
a B tier.
What are you on? It's easily one of the best burgers I've had. It's A tier. The only reason it might be B.
so many A's.
It doesn't matter. It's our list. It is A tier. And also, if you think it's not A tier, the only reason you could say that would be because of the price, because it is crazy overpriced, but it's so good it doesn't even matter.
Mm.
Plus, they have really good gluten-free options. Not that I'm dating
Oh, yeah.
someone who has to be gluten-free, but that
Oh.
definitely weighs. That definitely weighs into my opinion.
All
All right.
slightly, but-
If we were ranking these off of memories, this restaurant would be my god tier. We got Sonic.
What is going on upstairs? My brother is like, I don't know.
Got
He's,
happy
he's like,
feet
he's
for
yeah,
it.
he's stomping on the ground. Sonic, I have memories of like
Sonic,
going
I
there
went
for,
like every week with my mom, and I always got like a grape slushy.
Oh yeah.
But then I'd like only like all the ice would be left in it. I wouldn't drink the ice. I'd only like drink the flavoring, and then like 3/4 of the ice would just be left in there.
I used
But,
to
like,
get
we
Sonic
went
when I was
so
young,
much,
too.
and then
the
it
tater
closed.
tots. The tater tots were. So
I never
good.
even ate food there.
Wow.
We only got like the slushy things.
Did you ever eat there, Matthew?
Never been there.
Oh
So
my
I think
put it
it's-
wherever.
I
I
think
would say C tier.
No, okay. I was gonna say B, but I'm fine with C. I haven't had it in so long.
So good though.
Yeah.
It's a high C. C plus B minus.
Okay, that's
All
fine.
right, we got Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake, I've never had it, but I've seen
Never
it
had it.
around.
Never had it. But heard of it.
Wow. I know it's a popular one. We'll get kind
Yeah.
of cooked for that.
It's all right, whatever.
It's a food pun,
Cooked.
by the
Yeah, I
way.
was gonna say that was a nice food pun. No, well done.
I'm trying to think of more food puns.
Yeah,
as
we should have
go
done
along.
that. All right, continue.
Subway.
All right. So now we got Subway.
My brother loves it. I don't think it's anywhere near as good
I would
as
put it in
Potbelly.
B tier.
Yeah, I put in B. I'm
Yeah,
fine
I'm
with
good
B.
with
It's
that.
very good. Very good.
I mean, it's good sub, so it's not as good as Potbelly. Not even close.
All right. This one's for the memes. We got Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
I'd
I
say
think the
C
commercials
tier.
are good,
Yeah,
but
the
like
commercials are good. I think
C
it's okay. I think it hits sometimes though, bro. Like
No
both
kidding. The
late-
toilet.
yeah, I was about to say the food poisoning hits hard.
Okay, fine. Put it in C. I think it's B, but C is fine.
Taco Cabana.
Never had it.
Never had it.
All right. Torchies.
Never,
Never
had,
had
it.
Come on. Waffle House.
I've had it, but it was not that good, and it's also breakfast, and I also would not consider it fast food.
So D.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, D.
I'm good with
It's
that.
D tier. All right.
Wawa.
Wawa.
Wah, wah.
This is.
I thought you said wah wah. I thought you went, I thought I said D tier and you went wah wah, but it was wah wah. That was the name of the restaurant.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
Okay, what's the name of the restaurant?
Wah wah.
It's called Wawa.
It's called Wawa.
Put womp womp in D. Just because I
Wait, where are we putting it? It's good. It's good.
you
It's
had
like,
it.
It's like a gas station, but it's
What?
like. It's good. I like it.
You
I would
had
say,
it?
Yeah.
Where is
I would
it?
say B tier. It's like. If this is the same one that I'm thinking of, it's like
If you don't know what
Western Wisconsin and just kind of like west of us more.
all right,
So
whatever.
like there,
Yeah,
when,
if you want to rate
when
it,
we drove to Colorado, there were a bunch of Wawas.
if you want to rate it, go for it. But I don't have no opinion.
All right, we'll put it in C. We'll put it in C. Wendy's D tier.
I agree.
See,
It's D.
they have good
it's-
frosties. Give them that.
Okay, they have good
Put it in
frosties.
C.
And don't you get a free
Everything else
hey,
is so bad.
Don't you get a frosty if the Bucks win? Isn't that the?
That is true.
Okay,
Yeah,
then put it in
something
C.
like
Then put it in C. Yeah, if I'm getting a free frosty if the Bucks win, put it in C too.
you see the Wingstop if the Pistons
Yes,
win.
if the Pistons
The-
win.
when they actually won Wingstop, it's like, oh no.
Yeah, and they're like it's like 29. How many in a row?
They
did
lost
lose?
like 28 in a row.
That's
I wanna
ridiculous.
say.
That is
It's so
ridiculous.
sad.
All right, continue on.
Whataburger. I've heard it's really, really
What a
good.
burger! Wait,
I've heard it's
that.
similar to In-N-Out. Bro, get off.
What a burger! I feel like I've had that, but I don't even remember. So I'm just gonna put in we haven't had it.
That's really sad.
We gotta be getting close,
We've
right?
got a really big list of haven't had, but that's
Yeah,
all
we
right.
gotta apparently go.
Yeah,
out
we've
to
got
more
6
fast food.
more.
Okay,
White Castle.
never had it. I know there's one around here. Never had it.
It's pretty good. It's
You've had
it's like
What
a.
is it?
There's a lot of them in Indiana, I believe. I think it's good.
What is it?
The White Castle, they do like these slider sandwiches.
Oh, that's White Castle.
Okay.
If I'm correct, I think. Or maybe I think I don't know.
So what, like C or B?
I'd say yes, C.
C.
Okay. See.
Okay, I was mistaken. I don't know how many are left. We'll just read them. We've probably never been here. Wiener Schnitz. Alright, we've never been there.
What?
Wiener Schnitz.
Wings Oven.
Nope.
Never had it.
All right.
I love wings.
These
though.
last three we've probably done. Wingstop.
Okay.
I'd say B tier. Wingstop is good.
Okay, Wingstop, here's the deal. I think it's A tier just because wings is literally one of my favorite food. But I will admit their service is horrendous. If you don't order before, you literally will sit in there. I went with Gavin and Liam. It took us it took us 55 minutes to get our food.
They take their sweet time.
It took us 55 minutes to get our food. We went to the grocery store, came back, and still they didn't have our food.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I want to put it in A tier because I love the wings so much. Because of how crappy the service is, though, I got to put it in B.
When we go to like Saturday afternoon church or something, we'll order. We'll put our order in
if
before
you,
church.
If you put your order in though, like before, and then just go pick it up, they'll have it ready. So then it's A tier. But if you don't put your order in before, it's B tier, maybe even lower.
Wow.
So that's my opinion on it. So I'm fine with putting in B or A. What do you guys think?
I'm fine with that too. They're good. They're good wings though.
Wait, what did we end up putting it in?
B.
Okay, B. Okay.
Zaxby's.
Never had it.
Never had it.
All right. Now Matthew doesn't get to say, but which one do you think we haven't done yet? There's a very large.
McDonald's.
Yes, McDonald's. I would say this is a B or C restaurant. All of you crazy people out there who think that this is an A tier restaurant are insane.
I personally think
putting
it's
this in a garbage.
I think it's
tier.
No,
I think
it's not that bad.
This is
I think it's
horrendous.
C.
I would say C as well.
It is a gut destroying.
It is a gut destroyer.
It is
It
disgusting.
is so good.
Shout out to my cousin quick because she's like, how tall is she? How tall? I mean, she's super short, and she eats like a 10-piece chicken McNugget, two burgers, and like
it's not real
three
food.
I know.
So you can eat it.
And you can eat I'm like, bro, that is so
terrible.
nasty. Like that is just so nasty
That's
that you eat that.
garbage
And
for
she's
me.
so tiny too. And I'm like, how do you even eat that much? And it's because it's not even real food.
That's
All right, so now we got top tier. We got to do this quick, but now we're gonna take one of the worst ones and move it down to the worst, like garbage tier, and take the top A tier, move it to S tier. So let me quickly.
Well, do we want to just quick go through all the A tiers and maybe move some of them to like an A minus tier? Yeah. Okay, so here's what we have in A tier so far. We have Raising Cane's, Chick-fil-A, Culver's, Five Guys, IHOP, In-N-Out Burger, Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John's, Noodles and Company, Panda Express, Panera Bread, Papa John's, Portillo's, Potbelly, Qdoba, and Shake Shack.
Okay, so I think for me, obviously, Potbelly's S tier, and that's my vote. But I don't know if you haven't even had it. I feel like we can't do that.
I feel like so the first ones I feel like we moved to A minus. Papa John's goes to A minus.
Yeah,
Qdoba goes to A minus.
I'm fine with that. No, not fine with that.
Qdoba's
A tier.
Okay, but Shake Shack goes to A minus.
I'm fine with that.
Culver's goes.
Whoa!
Oh, Culver's is gonna be my other S tier.
Yeah, dude, that is my S tier, bro.
Culver's is
calm down. All right.
IHOP.
Five Guys down to
no
A-.
Culver.
Bro,
no.
Five Guys is really that good.
Five Guys is that good. What do you want?
All right, IHOP.
IHOP down to A minus.
Yes.
All right, we have to pick Jersey Mike's or Jimmy John's as an A.
My
can go
vote's
to A
No,
minus,
it's fine.
but-
Leave him there to make Matthew happy, even though we both know Jersey Mike's is better. Leave him there. Let's go.
that is BS. Everybody
It's
knows
actually
Jimmy
JJ.
John's. It stands for Jimmy John's.
Yeah, that's
Jimmy
it's not
John's is
BS,
way better.
it's
The
JJ.
experience there is way better. They have a bunch of
Anyways,
funny,
next.
posters and sayings and signs in their store.
Remember the bathroom?
Yeah,
That's
the
those-
bath. They
okay,
have
those are
the
fun.
bathrooms
All right,
have
we'll
funny
put it back
things.
Put it back in A.
They make your food in like 10 seconds. You're in and out.
Okay, fine. Keep it in A.
That's why they're so bad because they just have all the sandwiches pre-made in the bathroom.
They're not pre-made. You can watch
They're
them.
like,
make
I'll
them.
get a ham and cheese. Ham and cheese coming up.
Nope. You clearly haven't been there because it is a well.
Were you about to like drop an F? It is a well. I thought you were just gonna scream.
Maybe. We'll cut that. It is a well.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's a well-oiled machine, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, it is a well-oiled machine assembly line.
Okay.
Jimmy John's.
Whatever.
All right.
Fine. Keep it in A. Okay,
All
so
right,
now
Noodles and Company
is A
can
tier.
stay there. Panda Express can stay.
Yep.
Panera Bread comes down to A minus.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'll
Panera's
do
A-.
that.
And
yeah.
Portillo's. Portillo's comes down
Portillo's
to
is
A
A-.
minus.
I'll
I'm
do
fine
that
with
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good though.
So our remaining and Canes, because we like
No.
Raising Cane's? Is
no,
it?
Cane's is 8.
Okay, so let's consider it among all these other ones. So would you really say that's the best fast food restaurants of all of these?
Yes.
Dude, I think your
Really?
your S tier candidates
Honestly?
are Cane's, Culver's, Jimmy John's.
That is insane. Okay,
That's
if I'm gonna be
crazy.
honest, my 2 S tiers, because I think there deserves to be 2 because of the different categories. For me, it's Potbelly and Culver's. Those are my 2 S tiers.
Mine would definitely be Chick-fil-A.
Okay,
Chick-fil-A-
that's valid too.
Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out, and Panda Express would probably be my...
We're not gonna be able to agree.
I'm
on
definitely saying Culver's and probably Jimmy John's.
So how about we put 3 in God tier, let's say.
that. Okay, look, Culver's for sure because we have 2 votes.
Culver's?
Yeah.
Alright, Culver's is in God tier.
Okay, that might be because of Midwest bias, but I don't
Yeah.
care. Continue.
Jimmy John's is not God tier. That is crazy. That you
Yeah,
think.
that's fine, but it's
God
A
tier.
tier.
Okay, I personally think Potbelly is, but Matthew hasn't had it, so nobody's gonna vote for me.
Potbelly's okay.
I think Potbelly's the
I mean,
best
it's not
sandwich.
No,
like- I
because
would-
you put your money into it.
Potbelly's the best sandwiches in the game, bro. You
All
gotta
right.
try it. You
It's-
can't
it's
be
not the
talking until you
greatest.
try it. That's cap. All right.
I would say Chick-fil-A. Come on. How can
Okay,
Chick-fil-A-
fine. I
How
agree.
can Chick-fil-A
I'm
not be
good
a
at
God
Chick-fil-A.
tier?
I'm down with
got
Chick-fil-A.
to.
I'm down with Chick-fil-A.
Alright, so our remaining ones, not...
Yo, that's
Ji-
fine. Let's leave it at that.
Just those 2?
Yeah, just those 2. Culver's and Chick-fil-A.
I think that's solid.
I'm fine with that. For God tier, Chick-fil-A and Culver's,
All right,
totally
so
fine.
Canes
now-
needs the franchise more.
Yeah, I
so-
agree. If
That's
there's
true.
more Canes around us, it would
Until
easily
then,
be A tier.
you're sticking in A tier.
Yep, I agree.
Now,
Here is
what
corporate.
is the worst restaurant? Waffle House or Burger King?
McDonald's is the worst restaurant out
I'm gonna have to go with Burger King, personally.
I would honestly agree with that.
Burger
Yep,
Burger
that's
King
fine with
is
me.
awful.
Whopper, actually, no, you can't.
Oh, you
Because-
can't because the Whopper. No!
You can't do it because of the commercial, bro. Whopper, Whopper.
So maybe what from C tier? Because I don't think Waffle House is garbage. But
I don't know. Have you even had it?
No, I've not.
So you're trying to argue that it's not garbage and you
It's
never had
not garbage. It's a Waffle House.
it?
I think Burger King can stay. 'Cause
Yeah.
Their commercials are awful. I mean,
Their commercials are funny.
Dog,
Yeah, they're
bro.
funny, but they're
This is
so...
crazy.
This is crazy.
Wait,
Their
you're
commercial-
leaving?
Yeah, he's got to go. His commercials are.
you think Jimmy John's is D tier?
I did not say D tier.
Oh my
Did
god.
I say D
It's
tier?
freaking God tier. No, I don't know.
All right, have
It
fun.
was just standing in front of the camera.
Yeah, peace out, boy.
So-
See you later.
I don't know if you want to just cut it and that just disappear.
All right, see you, Matthew.
See you, boys.
See you
All right,
later.
well, we're doing the outro of the podcast anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Matthew, say bye.
say bye. so congratulations, guys. Made it through episode 8 of the When in Doubt podcast.
Here's a picture of the oh my god, I'm blanking on
the
of our
tier list. The
Of
tier
our
list. Here's an
Right here.
incredible picture. Instead of Matthew, you get our tier list. This is our fast food tier list. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed
Yep.
episode 8. We will be back next week with hopefully a lot more of the cast. More exciting stuff coming your way, boys. Thanks for watching.